Hey, this is Roger, and this is the story of The Dream. The idea for The Dream came about on October 15th, 2015. I went to the movie theater to see the documentary Heart Like a Hand Grenade, and when I came home, I had one goal in mind. I was going to write a concept album and record myself doing it. After last semester, I had one song that didn't make the record. I wrote this song called Going Home, and Going Home was written really later on in the recording process of last semester, so I didn't really have time to fit it into that album. So I just took it, put it in my pocket, and said, we'll save this for a rainy day. When I started the writing process of The Dream, I went back and listened to that song and the demo I had and thought that this song would be a great ending to a story. Whatever the story was going to be, I had no idea yet. But that song was the ending song. Today I'm going to start documenting the process, recording my next album. I started writing by just jamming, coming home, playing acoustic guitar, playing some chords, playing piano, playing electric guitar, messing around with riffs, and at some point I gave myself a sort of ultimatum. My goal for this week is to write one song every day. That's not what I was doing. What was I doing? It was... When I wake up every day, I'm wondering why am I here? What is this all for? I'm alone, and no one knows, and it's all down and away. Anytime I would write a riff, I had to demo it, and I started making all types of demos and things like that. Once I had a bunch of demos and a bunch of ideas for songs, I pushed myself to start thinking about what type of story I was going to tell. So we have a timeline here to work with. Let's get a pen. We have a guy seeks his dream, he leaves home, he has success a little bit, and then he starts struggling, and he ultimately ends up on his own and quits and returns home. So this is going to be like a modern day tragedy. Something like that. 3 parts. We got 3 EPs. Beginning, middle, and end. This story sort of tells the tale of my biggest fear in life, and what I think lots of people fear is failure. Because lots of times in life we can feel very complacent about what our current situation is and not wanting to strive for more because it could lead to a worse situation. As 2016 began, I had started ironing everything out, and by the springtime of 2016, the whole album was written. Ready? Yeah. I brought in Nick, who had played with us in the past. He was our Swiss Army knife of of a musician that we would bring him in to play bass or to play drums, and now is bringing in Nick to take part in this writing and recording process of this album. At this point, it was pretty much just me and him. We went to the studio, we jammed it out, and from that point, maybe springtime, early 2016 to December, we were ready to record, and in January, right at the beginning of 2017, we recorded the whole album, all 12 songs, in more or less one weekend. I would say maybe 4 days. The Dream is out now on streaming services, and all that's really left is for you to take a listen. I hope you enjoy it.